we're going to go over some of the best foundational and fun tools to build your harmony fast. Do you know the story of the woman who lifted the corner of her car up to save her child? She wasn't in the gym car lifting each day in preparation. While her day-to-day resistance was big about her ability to lift up a car, in this circumstance, in this situation, her desire was bigger and she tipped the scale. It was big enough to overcome the big resistance. So you can try and amp up desire, but it's hard to manufacture situations like hers. Therefore, it's much easier to just let go of resistance. In other words, if you are driving a vehicle and your foot is on the accelerator and the brake, if you want to go faster, it will work better if you let go of the brake than trying to give it more gas. Resistance to our desires are the thoughts we think. We may want a new relationship with an excellent person, but we have a long history of poor thoughts to overcome. These old thoughts are resistance to our desires. Letting them go is like letting go of a cork that we are holding under the water. Resistance-free is our natural state. So it's not about learning to do new things, we just need to stop doing the things that are keeping us from our natural floating state. That's why all the processes, tools, and protocols to help one get into alignment are just about releasing resistance by getting in harmony with what you want. The foundational 3 tools. 1. Meditation. Like we just said, we are like corks in the water. Floating to the top of the water is our natural, happy, connected, in harmony state. When we disconnect ourselves, it's like we are holding the cork under the water and we are no longer in harmony with who we are or what we want. Like a record on a loop, all of the thoughts that we endlessly think that aren't true. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to get this. I don't deserve it. I can't do it. Holds us down. When we stop those thoughts, we jump back to the top naturally. This is why one of the most powerful tools for harmonic aligning with the universe is meditation. It helps train the anxious brain to a calm brain. And only in that silence, when all of our habitual thoughts stop, can we hear the call of inspiration. Meditation helps harmonize you with your desires and helps to more easily understand and feel our emotions, which makes hearing inspiration much clearer. One of the most common complaints around the globe is people can't differentiate the difference from their own thoughts or the call of inspiration. They don't know how to follow their guidance, and you know why. Most of this is because they didn't set their intention and they didn't get in alignment with their desire. This makes perfect sense, as people aren't getting to where they want to go because they never entered the destination into their GPS. Science confirms that people who are long-term meditators' fight, flight, freeze response no longer fires in the brain when something stressful happens. Meditators perpetually get into what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, which is when you are relaxed and your body's in a healing mode. When something seemingly unwanted happens, not knee-jerking and downward spiraling into negative emotion is exactly what you want to happen. This is why it is the number one tool for deliberate, harmonic creators. If you are not doing this every single day, start now. There are countless other benefits to your physical, mental, and relationship health as well. The list is so long I had to stop making it. One thing I found interesting is they can hook couples up to machines that measure their stress metrics and observe as they have conversations. The couples that jump into fight and flight while their partners are talking have their relationships degrade year over year. Which makes sense because when your body thinks there is danger, you can't listen well, empathize, or creative problem solve. Your hearing and seeing narrows, and it makes people feel like their partners attack them, even if they're not. This is just a side effect of the fight, flight, or freeze sympathetic nervous system. This is called the amygdala hijack, where you don't really have a choice. The fear center of your brain is hijacking things. So of course their relationships get worse and worse, regardless of how happy they were in the beginning. One of the best predictors of relationship success is how much the relax and repair, or rest and digest, or parasympathetic nervous system is activated. All you have to do is this. For 15 to 20 minutes, sit or lay down in a quiet room alone. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Go for long, slow, deep diaphragmatic breaths. When other thoughts come, and they will, gently release them and focus back on your breathing. Your brain is going to want to do anything else. The benefit is not giving attention to the little voice in the mind that is endlessly giving commentary on everything you see, hear, feel, and do. Then go about your day. That's it. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. I know it may be hard to find the time, but it's worth it. 2. Appreciation. You have already seen that appreciation is a tool that is already being used in the previous examples quite prevalently. Before we dive in, I'm going to make a slight differentiation between gratitude and appreciation. Not in every case, but most cases when people are grateful for something, they are grateful for the new reliable car because they are remembering that yucky feeling of their old junky unreliable car. And they are grateful that they aren't driving around that bucket of bolts anymore. Appreciation is more powerful because it's just pure love. In fact, harmonically, love and appreciation are identical. And love is who you really are as well, so appreciation is a perfect match to you and all you desire. Since whatever you focus on expands in your situational awareness, when you focus on things I appreciate, this is what you will be shown all the time. And when you consciously see it and think about it and talk about it and write about it and blog about it and post about it and journal about it, it will just happen more and more. Your life will spiral upwards. So a notebook is one of the most powerful tools of all because you can take lots of time to write long lists of things you appreciate about every aspect of your life. Make yourself stretch. Don't worry about duplicates from the day before. When you feel love and appreciation for something, write it down again. Sit there each day and think. Even if you can't think anymore, push yourself to keep doing it. What else do I love? Because as you sit there for a few minutes, as you keep focusing on the things that you love, trying to find more things, this changes your harmony for your whole life as well, not just the subject you're thinking of. As you tune into this channel, more things will pop into your mind. You will know when you've reached a tipping point when in the middle of your day, more things to appreciate start to hit you randomly. Oh great, this is another thing I can add to my list. Celebrate this day. You have now started to move into your harmonic set point. Like tuning a new radio station, you have now harmonized with more, quote, things that I love coming into your life. That's the station you want to be tuned to. And yes, this works for more specific things. Make a new segment in your notebook called Everyone is So Nice to Me, My Financial Abundance, My Body, My Business Opportunities, Romantic Partners, whatever you want to see more of in your life. 3. Visualization derivatives. I find it so odd that the brain doesn't know if you are really experiencing it or just imagining it. It feels the same for you harmonically. Therefore, if you go there in the mind, you will soon go there in the body. Visualization is about harmony. Visualization isn't about getting the whatever you want. It's about enjoying and becoming acclimated to the feeling of offering no resistance about the subject. So pick whatever scene or situation you want and enjoy it. See yourself with the romantic partner. See yourself in a house. See yourself on the vacation. Experiencing yourself laughing with your friends. See your good feeling body moving in fun ways. Get all of your senses involved. It's about becoming normalized to the feeling of having whatever you want. Everything you have in your life right now feels normal. You want the object of your desire to feel just as normal as well. Segment intending. A good time to visualize is right before you're going into a new segment or scenario, like work or driving or a meeting or dinner. Right before you go, take some time and visualize how you want it to go in essence. See yourself doing well and enjoying yourself right before you get there. And remember the lessons from part 1. Always and only focus on the end result. See yourself enjoying getting to your destination. Don't intend safety. That would only intend safety if there was a danger you were trying to avoid. Telling a new story. This is one of the most powerful and underutilized tools because stories are so compelling. So many people get stuck and identify with their old story of woe and lack and troubles or sickness and victim. If there is a part of your life not going well, never go back and retell that story, even if it gets you sympathy and attention. That's dangerously disruptive. Change the story from that terrible experience to that experience that helped me to ask in the clearest, strongest way than ever before. Without that experience, I could have never received what I have now. Old stories like that can be literally deadly, so that story dies today and forevermore. Use it for the desire that it helped launch and never revisit it in any way ever again. So unless your life is going exactly how you want it, it's time to tell a new story. Spend 15 to 20 minutes and write a new description of your new self. Write this description from the third person, perhaps as you think a close friend or colleague would see you. Whatever characteristics you want. Include a description of the new you, focused on how you will behave differently in everyday situations. Write about how cool, calm, and relaxed you are, how fun your life is, how funny you are, how much you laugh, what your attitude is to challenges, how fun your friends are, how delicious your relationships are, how generous you are, how rich you are, how much love you have for others, how much you appreciate your friends, whatever you want. Spend at least 2 weeks role-playing this new identity. Fine-tune it, edit it, focus on behavior, not thoughts. See if you can't get a friend to play along with you. See yourself ongoing permanent change. Play it all out, especially when you are alone. Soon enough, this will become your new identity and what you are set to harmonically. Wouldn't it be nice if game? Another fun game is saying, wouldn't it be nice if blank? This is much less resistant than saying, I want blank. Feel it out. Doesn't it feel better to say, wouldn't it be nice if I experienced a fun way for money to come to me versus I want more money? One is lighthearted and open to possibilities. The other makes you feel bad as it makes you ask, yeah, but how? Where is it going to come from? Who's going to give it to me? The wallet process. Put $100 real cash in your wallet and spend it 1,000 times each day in your mind. I could buy that and that and that. This helps you feel abundant and normalize it. Vision board. We've all heard of vision boards, and if this sounds like something really fun to do, then do it. Put pictures of things that you love on the poster and enjoy looking at it and taking items off and putting new ones on. Magical creation box. Cut out pictures of things you love and put them in a box with the phrase, whatever I want to be will be if I put it in this box. These are all basic visualizing techniques. Some say they can't visualize. That's okay. Just learning the principle behind visualization is enough. We just want to make it feel normal any way you can, and there's lots more processes that sound more fun to you. If you are struggling with which of these tools to use, why not use harmonic law to help you pick? Isn't it nice that you can use the law of harmony to best apply the law of harmony? So do the harmonic work just like the previous examples. Set your intentions. Find that delicious feeling place of finding the perfect for you personally tools or protocols. Then get in alignment and the perfect protocol and pathway will be delivered. Some subjects like money, visualization might be the best for you, when other topics, visualization is going to stop all your progress. The right tool is the inspired tool, every single time, no exception. We're all kind of mixed bag of harmonic offerings. We want so much in some areas, we struggle in others, we have straight up other blocks in other areas. Therefore, the path to what you want is a custom path, so complex to navigate all around your hang-ups and integrate so perfectly into your situation and your budget and your economy and where you are and your access to materials and your attention span, etc. The only way it can be pulled off with perfection is to have the universe deliver to you a customized plan to you and for only you. After you are in alignment, one or many of these tools will just hit you. That's the one for me for this subject, and you'll practice it with great success. Anyone saying that this is the one tool that you should always use, you can summarily dismiss them because they're disregarding the flexibility and dynamic nature of people in life. We're not robots or machines. One thing doesn't always work for all time and all people. The inspired, universe-given tool is always the right answer. And remember, if any process isn't joyful in the doing of it, it's not the right one for you. Or it makes you more aware of your lack. Discontinue. If it's a chore, you're doing it wrong. Affirmations are not recommended unless the internet is awash with all kinds of terrible tools. These operate on the false premise, more words must be more better. This treats the universe like a vending machine that if we ask in the right way enough, put in the right coins, once we reach the enough, it will give us the goods. You do not need more asking. You need more allowance. More asking usually just matches you up to the awareness you don't have it yet. And if you are more in the lack, then you will always keep lacking instead of having. You never order something online again and again and again until it comes. You order it once and know it's coming. Affirmations or their derivatives I never recommend because they can too easily backfire. They have the lowest success rates as well. Affirmations can be great if one specific aspect of your life is going amazingly well and you want to amp it up even more. Like you have a huge pile of money and want an even bigger pile. You can use affirmations as inspired. But since we remember lesson 1 from day 1, that any action taken from a place of lack will backfire on you, affirmations are a surefire way to get what you don't want fast. I have countless stories of people saying, I started affirmations on weight loss and gained weight, or to make more sales and my sales went down, or to get clearer skin and I broke out, or to get a better grade and I failed my first test ever, or to get more money and I have an unavoidable huge car expense. Let's be honest, if mere chanting affirmations work, everyone would quickly and easily get everything they wanted. Because if it's just a matter of doing them, we'd all just do it and be done. But they don't really fundamentally change our thoughts on a subject. Use them as inspired to amp up things already going well. Don't use affirmations to try and overcome unwanted. 4. Tricks and tips. I created that. Tip: when something comes into our life, the first thing we should say is, I created that. When something unwanted comes into our life, we should say, I created that. When we take responsibility for all things that we rendezvous with in life, even things we really weren't sure we had a harmonic hand in doing, we endow ourselves with control and all power going forward. I will talk later about how important the feeling of control is. Harmonic theory isn't a vending machine. Many people think of the previous tools like coins they put in some sort of harmonic vending machine in the sky. They aren't really changing how they think and therefore feel on these subjects in their life. That's uncomfortable and hard. They're going through the motions and the literal mechanics of the protocols in order to get the goods. Tip: you do not need to seek for external signs. There's no uniform meaning schedule. You can't just make up sign agreements on demand saying, well, if I see this, that'll happen. It just doesn't work like that. And the worst part is whatever you focus on expands in your own experiential awareness. So whatever you pick, whatever sign, no matter how obscure, you will see it. So that'll confuse things. But the main reason is that we have something much better in every single way. We have our emotions with us 24/7. Since day one, and it's so clear and beautiful. Just think about a subject in your life. Boom, we get an emotional indicator. Good is good. Bad means not so good. How simple and elegant is that? When we feel good, we are aligned with our source, desires, intentions, universe, and we are on the path and our manifestations are coming. When we feel not so good, we are not so aligned with the source, desires, intention, or universe, and we are not on the path, and we are holding off our desired manifestations. Tip: keep your intentions to yourself. According to research, sharing your goals publicly can decrease your likelihood of achieving them because it creates a premature sense of accomplishment, essentially rewarding you for simply stating your intention rather than actually compelling you to do the work needed to reach your goal. This phenomenon is often referred to as the positive fantasy trap and is supported by studies from psychologists like Peter Goldwitzer, who found that publicizing intentions can lead to reduced motivation to follow through. Tip: letting go. There is this concept that in order for you to get in harmony with what you want, you need to let go or detach or forget the desire. This is wrong and an impossibility, and I can prove that right now. It's true that everything you want is because you think you will feel better in the having of it. Boil down all of your desires, and that is indeed the essence of all you desire. Therefore, you can't ever really detach or forget about or let go of your desires of heart to feel better. It's literally impossible, and your desires aren't bad. That's why you came. The remembrance of something does not correlate with its manifestation, only your resistance to it. And I can prove that right now, too. I bet you anything, last week you wanted food. And if you didn't get it, that's pretty much the number one thing on your list. Now, in order to manifest food, did you have to forget about the desire? No, that's silly. You wanted food a lot. You remembered you wanted food a lot. You talked about food a lot. And you thought about food a lot, and you got food a lot. You got it not because you had to forget the desire or let go or detach, but because you didn't have any resistance about it. You didn't doubt. So your job isn't to forget or detach or let go of your desire. Your work is to get in alignment with your inner being, your source, and your desires. The confusion is when someone has been trying to manifest something in their life and they've been doing it wrong, even for years, nothing comes, so they finally give up and move on. Then it comes into their life. They falsely assume that it was the desire they had to let go of, but that's not what made it come. The awareness is the resistance that keeps it from coming. The root of desire to feel better is, of course, still there, but it has to tip the scale. You can desire more or resist less, just like the woman who lifted the car off her son. That's why all processes of getting in alignment are about releasing resistance and letting go off the brake. Conclusion of tips. Now you know the core foundations of harmonic theory. You know the application in depth, how to utilize tools, and you have a few tricks and tips. You have everything you need to create the life you want, in theory. Application is all on you. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need coaching. This industry is overflowing with scammers promising the world how to attract a specific person, make someone text you. Ignore all of them. You have all you need now. Next, we're going to do a deep dive into the advanced postgraduate level philosophical topics.